In this video, we are going to see how to use maximum power transfer theorem, which is nothing but extension to Norton's repeat, extension to Thevenin's theorem. So let's take a problem. So here I am having voltage source of 8 volt, 10 volt and 12 volt with resistances 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 and load resistance RL is marked along with 8 ohm resistance given. Question is, what should be the value of RL to get maximum power transfer, and once we know the condition, what will be the maximum power? Now we know, as per the theorem, condition for maximum power transfer is RL should be equal to RTH. That implies first step is calculation of RTH. So what do we need to do for a calculation of RTH? We need to open circuit RL and all the voltage sources are given here. We need to replace with their internal resistances, which is nothing but 0. That implies all the voltage sources, that is 8 volt, 10 volt and 12 volt, are short circuited. So that will result into a circuit like this. Leaving behind two open terminals A and B, across which we have to find out Thevenin's equivalent resistance RTH. Now, if I see problem, I am not able to find out any series parallel connections available. So what I need to do? I need to convert any star into delta or delta into star. So I will consider this star forming 1, 2, 3 into an equivalent delta, which will look like this. So first thing, what I will do, I will redraw the structure. So after redrawing, it will look like this. So these are the terminals A and B, across which we need to find out RTH. The resistance which are not touched, I am first representing that 2 ohm and 8 ohm. Now, this is the resistance between 2 and 1 ohm. So I'll write here what will be the value of this. So this value will be 1 plus 2 plus 1 into 2 divided by third resistance, which is 3. So what I have done, addition of two resistances plus multiplication of same two resistances divided by third resistance, this will give you answer 3.6667 ohm. Next is between 1 and 3. So I am talking about this resistance. So the expression for this will be 1 plus 3 plus 1 into 3 divided by third resistance, which is 2. I will get 5.5 ohm. And now third resistance, which is this, I can say it is between 2 and 3. So the expression is 2 plus 3 plus 2 into 3 divided by third resistance, which is 1 ohm. If I solve, I will get answer 11 ohm. So once I have converted star into delta, I will get circuit like this, where I can say these two resistance are in parallel, also these two resistance in parallel. So 2 comes in parallel with 3.6667, which in turn give you 2 into 3.6667 divided by 2 plus 3.6667. After solving, I will get equivalent as 1.2941 ohm. Now, if I have 8 ohm parallel with 11, I will get 8 multiplied by 11 divided by 8 plus 11, which is 4.6316 ohm. Now, how the circuit will look like after doing these modifications? It will be like this. The resistance which is not touched is this, which is 5.5. Parallel combination of 2 and 3.6667 is 1.2941, and parallel combination of 8 and 11 is 4.6316. Now I can say these two are in series, which will give you answer 5.9257 ohm. So if I read out the circuit, I will get 5.2, repeat, 5.9257 parallel with 5.5. So RAB, which is nothing but RTH, will be 5.5 parallel with 5.9257, which will be 5.5 multiplied by 5.9257 divided by 5.5 plus 5.9257. The answer you will get RTH, which is same as RL, is 2.8525 ohm. So first part of a question we have answered successfully. Now second part is, what is that maximum power? So for that we will write a formula: P max equal to VTH square upon 4 RTH. RTH is known to us, so we need to calculate VTH. For this, what arrangement we need to make? We need to open circuit RL. So once we have done this modification, the structure will be like this. Where all the elements will be as it is. So 8 volt, 10 volt, this is 12 volt, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, this is 3, and this is 8 ohm. Leaving behind these terminals was potential we need to find out, which we call as VTH. So to get VTH, I will focus on this loop. So I need to know voltage drops of each and every element. So one battery is already given. So my objective is to get current flowing through 1 ohm resistance and current flowing through 3 ohm resistance, because knowing these drops I can get VTH. So let's solve it by a mesh analysis, right? So here I will consider this as a loop number 1, having a loop current I1, loop number 2 with loop current I2. As per the current direction, I will have voltage drops like this. Here it will be like this. Let's apply KVL to loop number 1. Let's start from this point. So I will have minus 2I1 plus minus I1 plus minus 2I1 minus plus 2I2 minus plus 8 equal to 0. So if I rearrange the terms, I will get minus 5I1 plus 2I2 equal to minus 8, equation number 1. Similarly, I can apply KVL to loop 2. I will start from this point, plus minus 3I2 minus 8I2 minus plus 12 plus minus 2I2 minus plus 2I1 equal to 0. If I rearrange the terms, I will get 2I1 minus 3, 8 is 11, 11 plus 2 is 13, so minus 13I2 equal to, constant I will take to other side, minus 12, equation number 2. So I am having two equations, two unknowns. Solving equation 1 and 2, I will get I1 as 2.0984 ampere and I2 as 1.2459 ampere. Now let's see how we are going to use I1 and I2 while calculation of VTH. So I will consider this simple loop. So I will redraw it. This is having a resistance of 1 ohm. This is 3 ohm. Battery and open terminals A and B, across which we are supposed to find out VTH. This is 1 ohm resistance and current flowing through this is I1, having the drop plus minus like this. This is a 3 ohm resistance. Current flowing is I2 in the direction that I have shown, and polarity developed will be plus minus. So let's apply KVL to this loop. I'll start from B point. So B to A, it's VTH. Then plus minus, it's minus 10. Plus minus, once more minus I1, resistance is 1. Plus minus, minus 3, and the current flowing through it I2 equal to 0. So if I substitute the value of I1 and I2, I will get 10 plus 2.0984 plus 3 into 1.2459. I will get VTH as 15.8361 volt. I am getting a positive answer, that implies A positive with respect to B. So we got a VTH, RTH we already known. We can use the formula P max equal to VTH square divided by 4 RTH, which is nothing but 15.8361 square divided by 4 RTH value we know 2.8525. So if I substitute, I will get maximum power transfer to the load is 21.9791 watt. So here we have completed yet another problem where maximum power transfer theorem can be used to get a maximum power transfer through a load resistance. Thank you.